Welcome back. We're here at McCormick and Schmick, which is a beautiful seafood and steak restaurant here in Las Vegas in the Hughes Center, right on Flamingo Boulevard, if you know where that's located. It runs little less than a mile away from the Strip if you're coming to Las Vegas. So all I have to say is if you haven't had an opportunity to come here, you need to check it out. My guest and the manager here, Todd Ansteth, is the man that teaches everybody here at the restaurant what to do and what not to do, when to do it, when not to do it, so that when you and I come in as a guest in the restaurant, you get the best service possible. So they've got the chef, Justin Yoakum, who is in the kitchen, and his staff put the food together, and the staff that Todd has created out here has done a beautiful job. You're going to have a great dining experience, and that's probably the key words to use when you talk about restaurants. Todd, thank you very much for allowing us to come to your restaurant this evening and share some of the food.
Absolutely, Les. We're glad to have you here. McCormick and Schmick's has been around since 1998. We are part of the Landry's restaurant group. We were acquired in January of this year. So we're very excited. Landry's Restaurant Group has over 480 restaurants with 27 different concepts worldwide. And our success is basically we want to create an environment that is aesthetically pleasing, is comfortable. We want to staff the restaurant with knowledgeable servers, friendly servers, and of course great food. And I think we're accomplishing that here. The challenge is day in and day out, we have to look at ourselves and say, you know what, we can do better. And I think that's the essence of the restaurant business is really challenging ourselves on a day-to-day basis to give our guests the best possible service and the best possible food that we can.
I think that's very true. And our first wine this evening, for those of you that are listening, we've been tasting it now for a few minutes. It's the 2010 Paul Dolan Vineyards Sauvignon Blanc. And the Sauvignon Blanc, this is incidentally 100% Sauvignon Blanc, come to us from the Mendocino County. And I have to tell you, and I probably have said this a million times before, but my favorite white wine to go with food is the varietal known as Sauvignon Blanc. And the chef here has done a beautiful job. So we have a Sauvignon Blanc. I'll tell you a little bit more about the details of it, but I want to also tell you the food that we've just tasted now that the chef sent out that actually pairs with it. And let me describe the way he wrote it. Listen to this. A pinwheel of sea scallop with roasted jalapeno and Meyer lemon mini crab cake and grilled pineapple beurre blanc. So let's move on now to wine number 2, which, as I mentioned earlier, the 2010 Paul Dolan Vineyards Cabernet Sauvignon. And before anybody has to ask, I'll tell you, this comes to us from Mendocino County, and it is 100% Cabernet Sauvignon. Nothing else added or blended with it in any way, shape, or form. Now, the chef has put something pretty spectacular to go with it. One of my favorite things to go with Cabernet Sauvignon is duck. And so we're going to have a little duck breast, I should say, with a little boursin cheese, with a crispy phyllo and caramelized oranges, shiitake mushrooms, and a little hickory smoked tomato broth. Now, is that creative or what? That's a little different than what you had for dinner yesterday, right? Yeah. And then when you get a chance to taste this Cabernet Sauvignon along with it, I think you're going to say it's a match. Exactly. I know we haven't had a chance to taste that food yet, but I happen to know that the Chef Yoakum does such a beautiful job here that it's going to be great when it does come out, and they're doing it as we speak. So I want to ask a couple questions to Todd, if you would, Todd. What are some of the favorite things on your menu that customers coming in try and just fall in love with automatically for their first visit here?
Well, I think one of the most spectacular dishes we do is a lobster Cobb salad. Presentation alone, every ingredient is stacked in a cylinder. Then we remove the cylinder, and it's got about 3 ounces of lobster crab meat, lobster meat on it. Just a spectacular. I can't remember the last time a server served it and the response wasn't wow.
Yeah, that's good.
Our fresh fish, we fly our fish in fresh daily. Halibut is just spectacular this time of the season. Of course, swordfish, and we feature 3 different kinds of salmon. We have coho salmon, we have Atlantic salmon, and we have wild salmon.
Aha.
We do steelhead trout, we do rainbow trout. So we're always looking to bring in the freshest product, and we really cater less to what the customers are asking us for.
Sure, that's a good thing.
Servers are soliciting feedback from them. Hey, what is it you would like to see on the menu? And then we accommodate them that way.
That's a good thing. It just shows that they're professionals. And I can tell you that when I go into a lot of restaurants, it's incredible how they have their wine list and their menu are not even in the same ballpark. They've got the owner of the restaurant has got his favorite wines on the wine list, or that is just dirt cheap, some kind of a special price. They put those on there so they can make a little extra money. But the items on the menu, it's hard to find anything to pair with it. And the other thing that's really kind of surprising is the lack of wines by the glass programs. So if you go to a restaurant and they don't have one, tell them to get with it. This is 2012, soon to be 2013, and you need to make it happen. We've got to go to a break. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about Cabernet Sauvignon.
Upgrade to DirecTV today and get the best offer ever. Get over 150 of your favorite channels. And this season of NFL Sunday Ticket is included at no extra charge. You'll get 3 free months of HBO, Star, Showtime, and Cinemax. 4 free equipment upgrades to an HD DVR and up to 3 HD receivers. And HD is included. Plus, lock in not 1, but 2 years of savings. This offer won't last long. Upgrade today and get the best offer ever with DirecTV.